Hi, this is Jaya. In this video, we shall see about the history of Seras. In Tamil Nadu, for some time the Soras and then the Pandyas were in great power, but it is said that Serar were not able to come into great power after that period. Their governance was in Banji, Tundi, and all these places, and we do not have much information literature about them. When we say Moovendargal, we say Seras only Pandeyargal. Seras name only will come first, and therefore we should know about their history. And in Sangam literature, in Purananuru, we get a few information about Serar kings, but it is in Patitru Pattu we find a lot of information about kings of Seranadu like Imaya Varamban, Nedung Cheraladan, Palyane Kuttuvan, Kalangai Kanni, Narmudi Serar, Kadar Pirakotiya Sengutuvan, Adukotpatu Seraladan, Selvang Kadunko Variyadan, Perunjeral Irumbore, Ilanjeral Irumbore, and all these kings information we get from that book. And they also were having equal name according to the Solar and Pandyas, equal to them. But later on, because of the attacks done by these Pallavas, Soras and Pandyas, they became a Sitrarasu, that is small king, and they were under the Perarasu like Pandya, Solar and Pallava, and they maintained good relationship, or they gave them Thirai, that is Kappam they say, that is they used to give them money and maintain their kingdom, and sometimes they even fought with them, but till the end they were only small kings. And because of this we have to find out the reasons why they were only in that minor power. And here we find that some kings, because of their deeds, they kept their names in great level, and they were ruling the places which belong to the Western Ghats. And this Western Ghats is a beautiful place where today we have our Kerala, and that place belonged to the Serar kings at that time. And they had a lot of wars with the Shoras and Pandyas, and later on they even lost touch with everyone. And maybe that was the reason, the main reason for that was the Western Ghats which separated these countries. And they had a good trade with Yavanargal. Yavanargal means the Greeks and the Romans, and with the other foreign countries they had a lot of trade through seaways, and because of that they brought in a lot of wealth from other countries. And their harbour was in Banji, and this is said to be one of the important places of Seranadu. And along with that we have Seranadu and Nadu. That is, Seranadu had Kuttanadu, Kudanadu, Karkanadu, Venadu and Pudinadu. And when Kalapirargal, when they came to power, we find a lot of influence of Vadamori, that is Sanskrit, Bali and Pragita Mori. All these went into the people, and even the habits of Aryas became a part of them, and therefore they had a lot of impact because of these influences. And that influence caused a lot of change in their language as well as in the place and the way of life, and till today we can say that they have not come out of it. And when we see about Kongu Nadu and Seranadu, we find that Kongu Nadu had lots of political disturbances. Foreigners, Kangargal, Pallavargal, Pandyargal, all these people one after another way attacking them. And after the Sangam age, we do not have much information about Seranadu. It was said that Makode Serar ruled that place, and then we have Seraman Perumal, who many kings had this name. They were ruling that place. And in the 6th century itself we find Christianity had its influence on Seranadu, and this we come to know from the book written by Cosmos Indigo Pleustis under the title Christuva Nilaparapugal, that is Christian landscapes. He has mentioned about the influence of Christianity in Seranadu. And in the 8th century Pandyargal were attacking Ai Mannargal, who was ruling Seranadu, and they attacked many times. And Pandya Mannan Arikesari Ai on this Seranadu, that time Ai king was ruling that place, he attacked them, and his son Kochadian Ranadhiran in Marudur he defeated Ai Mannan. And the next two Pandya kings, they also attacked Seranadu. In that we find Maran Sadayan won over Ai Mannan and also Venattu Mannan. And this Venattu Mannan, he was not only defeated but he was also killed in the war, and his elephants and horses were taken away by this Pandya Mannan. And then in Tirumangur we find that these Ai Mannargal were ruling Susindram and Kanyakumari, and later on even these parts were taken away by the Pandyas after the war. After that we do not find any information about this Ai Kulam. Maybe that dynasty, Ai dynasty, has also disappeared. And when we see about Bhakti Ilakya Kala Serargal, that is devotional Serars, we find that they were two Serar kings, that is Seraman Perumal Nayanar and Kulasekara Alvar. They come from the royal family and they were doing a lot of religious service. Seraman Perumal Nayanar was a Saivam Samayam, and he was very close with Sundarar. It is said that he went to Kailai along with Sundarar. We have a lot of Puranangal about it. And after him came Tambiran Thodar Perumal, who was a Siva devotee. And second Seraman Perumal, this is the name of Kulasekara Alvar. He was a Vainava Adiyar. And after him we have Martanda Varman. He is a Venatadigal, and he was also a Shiva devotee, and he has also sung a Thiruvisaipa. And like that we have a lot of information. And Bhaskara Ravi Varman and he and Venatadigal, they had a lot of war between them, and Venatadigal's region, it became smaller and smaller because they were losing to all the kings. And the third Seraman Perumal, this is the name of Ravi Varman. He gave a lot of difficulty by attacking these people again and again. And therefore what happened is, in order to save their land, he divided his land into 12 parts, and he gave it to his relatives, one part to one relative, and he went off to Mecca. And afterwards these 12 parts, one of them got Venadu, another got Vattanadu. But even this they were able to save only because they had a good relationship with the Pandyas. But later on the Pandyas, Pallavas and Solas, they attacked them, and therefore these people had to hide themselves, not because to avoid the war, and also to save the remaining land and their people. This is what we know about Serar's history. If you have anything more to add on to what I've said, please write it in the comment box. Like the video, share it with your friends, and if you have not subscribed my channel, please subscribe and support. Thank you.